Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nosey Liberal. We are live. This is live. I am upset. And this is not a break, but good music. I must say, excellent music timing for this, considering we started late and we come in on a break and everything is all discombobulated. So let's start like the mess never happened. We'll start like the mess never happened. Okay? It was a thing. It 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 happened in the way it did, but now the mess never like there's no more mess. We cleaned up the mess and we're streaming live and everything is good and I'm an idiot. Operator error 101 is what this is. This is operator error 101. And we just growing pains. Literally, we get everything on the air, you get everything right, you get everything the way you want it. Sorry. Last working link. Rory's gonna kick my ass. Um, Rory Boyd will be with us today. Um, and I look having one of those days where um uh, Jim says I missed the mess. Yes, you totally did. Jim, you are lucky. You missed the mess. You totally did. Good on you. Because it was not fun. Um, the counter seems to be off, but I know we're live, so it doesn't matter, does it? Um, that's all. The fact that it works is all that really matters. Um, I'm gonna try something again and see if I could get something for the player to work properly. Uh, because I have video issues for streaming. Um, so let's see. Oh, all except Facebook profile. Well, that sucks. I can see everybody's comments except the Facebook profile. You currently uh, do not support Facebook profile comments. Well, I'll poo poo. So if you comment on my Facebook profile, I won't be able to see it because they don't support it. I'm gonna have to write. This is why hashtag FYI Live is so important because the YouTube comments work, the Twitch comments work, the Facebook FYI Nation page comments work, but the damn profile comments don't work. And my hair is a mess again because I like ran to do the show because it started like this. We're gonna recap for those who might have just missed and need a recap. It started like this, right? We woke up 2 minutes before the show, which is usually when everything's all set up. I can still get on the air and do the show. That's not a problem. 2 minutes before a show is not an issue. The issue, my friends, is not paying the radio stream bill like you thought you did and having them suspend your account overnight. That, my friends, was the issue. So I had to go in and fix it. And then I had to fix one or two minor technical things. Um, and that's how the cookie crumbles. and we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. Um, and see how we roll today. Um, I'm frankly a little annoyed at myself because you should know that when you roll your eyes down, when you're a little tired because you didn't get your sleep that you normally should, and you're like, I just need a few more minutes. That's trouble. I gotta not do that. I gotta force myself. Last night I was desperately trying to force myself to bed, and I could not do it. I could not go to bed. I kept trying and I kept trying and I kept trying and I kept trying and oh my god, it was horrendous. And I just couldn't do it. So here we are. But it is what it is. That being said, let's move on and get to the show. We got lots to talk about today. Just Jackson. Judge Jackson. Let's talk about her for a moment. Let's talk about her. How wonderful is she? How amazing is she? How just out of the ballpark 100% did she hit it out of? And no, I'm not wearing I literally have I thought I had it near me to pull, but for those wondering, I'm not wearing the same blue shirt as I did yesterday. This is literally a different shirt. Just so you're aware. And if you leave a comment in my Facebook profile, I will not be able to read it on the air because this program does not support that. But if you leave a comment everywhere else, we will be able to see it. Just so you know, I'm going to put that in the ticker that we have in a little bit for those to see to leave the comments where you want to leave the comments. But hashtag FYI Live is the best place to leave a comment. So I have two blue shirts. I like this color. This is a me color. Like I can't wear very loud clothes. Like loud clothes, like freak me out because I'm always staring. I'm like, the people are gonna notice me. I can't have the people notice me. We don't want the people noticing Tom. Tom likes to be in the shadows. Tom can't have like I'm totally emo and down with that because I cannot like do the blue bright baby blue coloring or pink or red or anything like that. It's just no. I have one nice red shirt that I like, but it's not like a fire truck, so I'm down with that. But that I'll wear at some point. But the point being, I'm very self conscious. And when you're very self conscious, you tend to pick at stuff that other people don't notice, right? Like your hair and mine is all muffed up because I woke up late. I didn't prep any I have show prep. Believe me, I have show prep. I always show prep the night before. That's the other reason why I show prepped late and I couldn't get it together. So that's why we were late today. Very long story short. To sweeten it up and make it easy, Tom didn't pay the bill because the money didn't hit the bank account yet, and Tom thought he already paid the bill. I convinced it was one of those things where you convince yourself you didn't actually do it, but you convince yourself, yeah, I did it. And then you check it later and you're like, okay, I'll do it later. And later comes and later fucks you in the ass. That's exactly what happened. So there's that. Because I like to be honest with my audience. I like to give you the unfiltered truth. I think that's what our tech should be. And we're not going to listen to this this music. And watch us, tweet us, hashtag FR Live, or Live, and streaming and no break because we're gonna barrel roll through this because we got too much to talk about today. Taxing the rich and everything else. It's gonna be a fun old show. It's gonna be just absolutely hunky freaking dory. It is, I swear it. We're gonna have a good show. It's gonna be fun, and I damn well guarantee it. Like my pillow are not going to be shit. That's a lie. Maybe I shouldn't compare myself to my pillow. Maybe I shouldn't be like, yeah, it's gonna be as good as my pillow. It's gonna be that good. Oh my god. Oh my god. The news we got to cover. Oh, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I think I'm gonna go with the Hannity clips first. No, I'm gonna say the clips for when Rory gets here and the third hour. We're gonna go. We talked about Joe Manchin. The we talked about Joe Manchin. Um, the last hour yesterday on the show, and I said he has to go. What primary him already? Get him out of the party. Do everything you can. Just get rid of Joe Manchin. Just get get rid of Joe Manchin. That's the best thing for this Democratic Party to do is to say adios, like yeet him out of the party. Just yeet Joe Manchin out of the party is what we need to do. And it's almost as if he listened. He was like Tom Reynolds said, he wants to yeet me out of the Democratic Party. Oh my God. We can't have Tom Reynolds pissed off. We can't have the nosy liberal pissed off. He wants to yeet me out of the party. And I don't know why I just did a Captain Kirk impression. But he wants to yeet me out of the party. Whoa, that's creepy. That's not supposed to happen. Sorry about the blinkety blink for the video share. That was weird. Let's try it this way. See if we can. There we go. That was weird. That's not supposed to happen. Manchin restarts talks with other Democrats on climate, social spending bill, report. What? What? Joe Manchin is gonna start talking? Is he gonna be saying no some more? Is that what he's gonna be saying? Or is he gonna actually be saying something other than fuck off? Because that's what he's been saying. He's been saying fuck off. Fuck right off. And Manchin has told his fellow Democrats that the vote in the package must be taken before its Senate break in August. The Post reported. The senator told them it was possible to reach a deal including billions of dollars to fight climate change, but cut prescription drug costs and update the tax code, the Post reported. He wanted concessions on oil and gas drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. Of course he does. do with West Virginia. Has absolutely nothing to do with West Virginia. But he wants concessions on oil and gas drilling in federal waters. What a slime bucket. What a piece of garbage. This guy has, like, there's nothing to do with the actual factual factual West Virginia people. I didn't know that there was a constituency of West Virginians in the Gulf of Mexico. Somebody needs to draw me a new map of West Virginia, because I'm confused here. We suddenly have constituents in the Gulf of Mexico for West Virginia. This comes after E&E News reported Wednesday that Manchin was ready to revive negotiations over the package and hope for a deal to be reached during the Senate's April and May work period on a slimmed down climate and social spending bill. Why is Joe Manchin boss? Somebody explain that to me. Why is Joe Manchin boss of this? What makes him boss of the Democrat? Oh, you talk, bitch. There's none of this pussyfooting around. I need my gas drilling on federal lands. Oh, grift is real. You give me that, then I'll give you what you want. He makes me so angry. Why is he in the Democratic Party? Why? Somebody has to explain to me why he is in the Democratic Party. I don't understand. Why? Comments below. Why is Joe Manchin still around in the Democratic Party? Hashtag FYI Live. And then YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, FYI Nation profile. Comment in the comment section. Why is Joe Manchin still in the Democratic Party? He's a Republican. He's willing to benevolently talk. He's willing to. Earlier in the month, Manchin proposed limiting new spending on climate programs and cutting big social spending programs such as expanded childcare because he doesn't like children, universal pre-kindergarten, and national paid family leave out of the scaled down portion of the package, which frustrated other Senate Democrats. Manchin argued that with high inflation, more social spending was not ideal. No, that's when you do more spending in the government. Oh my God, this guy is not a Democrat. He's not a part of the Democratic Party. Why is he in the Democratic Party? It's so flippin' frustrating that we have this herd blossom of humanity, this creature. I want to talk about swamp, draining the swamp. Drain the Manchin swamp. Get rid of Joe Manchin. For the love of Pete. Joe Manchin is a cyst on the ass of the Democratic Party. He is horrible. Just a horrible, horrible, horrible person. Jim says, in the comments section. He's a Democratic senator because the people of West Virginia don't know any better. And we're moving the FY Nation up to the top in the corner. There we go. There's them moving in the FY Nation so we can see the. He is a Democratic senator because the people of West Virginia don't know any better. Abso-fucking-lutely. But you're mistitling him though. He's a Democratic senator in name only. He's not actually a Democrat. So it's name only Democrat. I don't I don't understand why we keep why we keep dealing with this way. Why do we keep allowing ourselves to and then it's the progressives. Those progressives are holding it all up. It's the progressives that are holding it up. It's those progressives. Really? Really, the progressives? That's what you got? And the progressives are holding it up? Are you kidding me? Did you see the shit show that Joe Manchin has put on? Have you not been around? Oh well, Joe Manchin might pour down some benevolence on us. He might do the right thing, Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin might actually show some leadership quality. Oh my God, Joe Manchin. Realistically, it's a fake Dem or a real Republican in West Virginia. Jim says this might be as good as it gets. Look, dude, I am totally down for a real Republican in West Virginia. Give me some of that, please. Just bring it. Sarah Palin, West Virginia. Just bring it. Because at least you know what you're fighting against. At least you know what you're fighting against. And I have to take this call, so we will be right back really quickly. Hello? Uh,
I'm Dr. Anthony Lazowitz, and this is Climate Connections. A recent study supports what many young climate activists have been telling elected leaders for years.
Climate change will
He was impulsive, and so he would go charging into things.
Program. Let's see why it's showing stream. There we go. My apologies for the break. I literally, I love how some people listen. Sometimes I say I'm doing something, and people just totally ignore you. And if it didn't involve money, I would have totally ignored them. But it involved money, so I couldn't ignore them. I had to take the call, and it was unfortunate that we had to take the call like that. But Joe Manchin, right? Despicable character. Not really sure where we go with him. This is one of the things that I hate about doing a morning show, and why I moved woke talk radio to 8 o'clock. No interruptions at 8 o'clock at night. So I apologize for the interruptions. And the bullshit. Um, um, right. So there's that. The good news is I accomplished exactly what I meant out to accomplish. So there's that. And no break. Just a break. So we took a long break. Which ate most of the hour. Welcome to the Nosey Liberal, and we are live. And I apologize for the phone calls. I'm gonna starting Monday. No phone call rule is gonna go into effect. We're not gonna take any phone calls at all during the show, starting on Monday. Just want you to know that. If the phone ringeth, we don't picketh. Starting on Monday. Um, um, Ooh, the snark is gonna kick in with Jim. By the way, you can leave comments in the comment section, all but my personal profile. My personal profile, the comment section does not work. Let me type that in the scrolly scroll so people can see that. Shall I? Let's do that real quick. Something I could have done while I was on the phone. But this guy was asking me legal questions, and you know how that goes. When you're being asked legal questions, you better be on the up and up when you're answering those legal questions, and you're being recorded. He's like, "Is it okay if I record you?" Record me. Everybody records me. I'm recorded on my podcast. The only time I'm not being recorded is when I'm taking a dump. That's the only time. Any other time in my life, I am being recorded somehow, some way. My iPhone is recording me. My Amazon Alexa is recording me. Go ahead, record me. Sell me some sneakers, for Pete's sake. Just record me. Facebook profile comments doesn't work. Comment at FY Nation page or YouTube or Twitch or FY Live. Hashtag. Let's add the scrolly scroll to. We have the scrolly scroll. It's scrolling. It's so scrolling. I love it. I love it. I love it when things work. Working things are always the best things. So, what is my judicial philosophy? Lord, you don't want to know. Give them all crack pipes. Give them all crack pipes. Even if they don't want them, force them to take the crack pipe. Gitmo, put all the January 6 people on Gitmo. Can I be an Asian man for a minute? Oh, we're going into that territory, are we? We're stepping into that pile of shit. Oh Lord Jesus. I am so critically happy with how things turned out for me this week. We got the stream functioning. There's one or two issues that I got to work out. Boo-hoo. But it's functioning. We got me in a functioning modus operandi. We got you in a functioning modus operandi. We're doing pretty good, I must say, for the first couple of weeks. Considering what happened on Monday, we're doing pretty good with the show. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around with us, because we're going to grow, and we're going to grow fast. And we're going to grow like a rocket ship, right? We're going to grow like Donald Trump wishes he grew in Stormy Daniels. Okay? That's how we're going to grow, baby. We're going to grow the way Donald Trump wishes he grew inside Stormy Daniels. Visual for ya? Yuck. Hashtag what the fuck, Tom. I hope you didn't just throw up your morning latte. Just the idea of Donald Trump doing the hoochie coochie. Oh my God. Just the idea is just like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there. I don't know. Hashtag too early. It's never too early for me. It is never too early. Okay, that's not true. 8:58 a.m. with the music blaring to go off to tell me there's a show and I'm running late for the morning. That is definitely too early. But we're in a good mood. We have some good news. Everything worked out. It got taken care of. We got things nailed down the way they should be nailed down. And we're epic. Just epic. So we're good. And I'm in a good mood. despite Joe Manchin, like acting like Joe Manchin. We're going to talk about eating the rich in the second hour. Sarah Palin, Tulsi Gabbard, and Sean Hannity go at each other. That's going to be fun. So we're going to talk about that. That's always good. I wonder if I'm on Twitch now. I'm streaming on Twitch, and I don't game, and I don't do anything fancy. I just talk and do a talk show, and I'm not right wing. I wonder, being on Twitch now, if the Twitchers, the Twitchers, that connotates a whole bunch of, you got a Twitch going on. The Twitchers. That doesn't sound right, does it? The Twitchers. Because you could say the tweeters who tweet me, the tweeters who tweet me on the Twitter. Slam poetry going on. I'm high on life. I am the twitchy folks. Yeah, that doesn't sound any better, Jim. The twitchy folks. What do we call the Twitch people? They're not well, they are vloggers. I always thought that Jeff Waldorf got me on Twitch, and Christina Oakes, because I always thought that Twitch was for makeup and gaming, and politics didn't quite meet Twitch, right? So I was hesitant about Twitch, but I was told by the great Jeff Waldorf, you gotta have your mug everywhere, so people are gonna know this face whether they like it or not. People will know this face. It's unfortunate if they don't like it. There's nothing I can really do about that. It's, So read the bottom on the ticker. We have important stuff on the ticker. How to communicate with us is on the ticker. And there's that. So yippee! My Twitter feed is hopping. I was asked on Twitter the other day after I posted the Joe Manchin, or the not Joe Manchin video. Jesus, Tom, wake the fuck up. Oh, after I posted the Matt McNeil video talking about how the Democratic Party can win and take everything and not get shellacked, and I was talking on the Twitters about that and how great it is, and you should check it out. And this twithole basically tweeted me and was like, let's read it out loud, shall we? Do you also believe, like Matt McNeil does, that all POTUS 45 supporters are Nazis? And I tweeted back, or I replied, and I copied, and because I'm a good Twitter user, I copied and replied his Twitter post, and I said, if the shoe fits. Because I got nothing. How else do you describe Trump supporters other than Nazis? Okay, fascist. You snowflake, is fascist better for you? Not all Trump supporters are Nick Fuentes, but they're close. Not all Trump supporters are, drinking the Kool-Aid, but they like the branding. Jim says not all are Nazis, just some are Nazi adjunct or Nazi curious. I like that. I'm Nazi curious. That's like being in the 90s. I was blind curious. We'll be right back after this. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I am. Here. My phone. Oh. We'll be right my headset is like protecting me, my ears, or apparently the break was not muted. That's weird. Break should have been muted. That is very weird. I muted the break. Thanks for letting me know, Jim. I mean, I didn't burp or anything, thankfully. But that is weird. The break is not muted. I that welcome to FI Nation, the Nosey Liberal show. I know it was muted on the radio side. It should have been, but we're here. We're live. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. We're gonna tax the rich. Damn it. I wish we had somebody out there saying tax those filthy bastards. Tax them all. Just get out your taxes. Just tax them all, because this way they're making money off the backs of the poor and the backs of shareholders. It's just capitalism, man. Greedy fucking bullshit. Wall Street bonuses climbed a whopping 20% to a record 257,500 in 2021, just as Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan posted eye-popping profits. Look, the Democrats and Republicans agree on something. They like this sort of capitalism. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party have agreement. They like this sort of capitalism. This sort of capitalism is cool, baby. You got to go with this capitalism. This capitalism is mainstream. Jim points out most of the current inflation is just profiteering. Abso-fucking-lutely, Jim. And tax those filthy bastards. So, but I know what the sound problem is with the. I know that was my fault, Jim. I fixed it, so it won't happen again. Tom was trying to do something easy, and Tom fucked up. So there's that. So these bonuses. The New York State Comptroller reported this on Wednesday. This should be like outrageous news. The average payout for workers in the security sector in New York 2021 was boosted by record levels of deal making and trading activity. Major investment banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan handled as the global stock market surged to all-time highs. The numbers pop out and are higher than what had been projected. Thomas DiNapoli said, calling it welcome news. I wonder if he's a Democratic person. I bet you Thomas DiNapoli is. Calling bonuses and record profiteering on Wall Street wonderful news. It's just wonderful, isn't it? Isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful how the rich are getting richer? Is it? Oh, it's wonderful. The poor are getting poorer or staying poor, and the rich are getting richer. And holy crap, here you have it. In 2021, the overall bonus pool increased by 21% to $45 billion during the trading December through March bonus season, compared to $37 billion. Oh, that measly $37 billion in 2020, according to the report. Democrats love these numbers. Like, if you're a Democrat, you're supposed to be looking at this and going, oh, bonuses, Wall Street good, Wall Street good, Wall Street doing good, yay, Wall Street. Like, like, the party line is, you're supposed to cheer this on. And okay, that's reasonable to start with. Let's start with cheering on. You made some money. Good for you. Now, where's mine? See, that should be the next question. All the Democratic people in leadership and the minions in the Democratic Party, like, all the Democrats should be like, yeah, where's mine? Where's my money here? I'm not getting rich. I'm not seeing tons of profits. Where's my working poor bonus? In November, pay consultants said that they expected banks to post the largest increase in bonuses since 2009, right after the Great Recession. These fat cats are getting fatter, fatty, fatty, fat, fat, and they are not being taxed on it. Imagine if we taxed $45 billion. Imagine the windfall that we could do. A small tax doesn't have to be big. Damn it, make it big. I want my bonus. You know, if the Democrats actually gave a damn about branding, tax the rich should be poor people bonus. Tax the rich should be poor people bonus. Hashtag poor people bonus. Instead of tax the rich, everybody understands, oh, poor people bonus? I'm going to get me a bonus? Or hashtag poor people stimulus. I'm going to get me some more stimmy money? Yeah, you're going to get a tax benefit, whatever, because we tax the rich. You're going to get some stimmy. We're going to stimulate the economy. Hashtag poor people stimulus. Brand, people. It's a little bit of brand. It's not hard work. I thought of it in about 30 seconds. Hashtag poor people bonus. Hashtag poor people stimulus. Fuck. A pledge in the Democratic Party should be, do you believe in the poor people stimulus? If Joe Manchin doesn't believe in the poor people stimulus, Joe Manchin should be out of the Democratic Party. If Kirsten Sinema doesn't believe in the poor people stimulus, guess what? Kirsten Sinema is out of the Democratic Party. This is a little old story, but worthy of a Friday. If you're going to take a dump on the news, this is a worthy dump. Stimulate the bottom is probably not a great slogan, Jim. I like it, but that just shows my pervertness, right? That just shows how much of a pervert I am. I like stimulate the bottom. We want some stimulation. We could do all these sexy ads. Let me stimulate you, baby. Nancy Pelosi doing the ad, right? Eating a thing of ice cream and being like, let me stimulate you. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we could recruit Stormy Daniels instead. Get started. Let me stimulate you, baby. And then Nancy Pelosi is probably the wrong pitch girl for it. Nothing wrong with Nancy Pelosi, but I'm just saying, her eating a bowl of ice cream, saying, let me stimulate you, baby, is just an awful visual that I picked up in my head. Sorry for that visual. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there. I didn't mean to go to that visual. Stimulate me, baby. Stimulate me, baby. Oh my God. The new Britney Spears song, "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." Change it to "Stimulate Me, Baby, One More Time." Stimulate me, baby, one more. I can't sing. I shouldn't be allowed to sing. Nobody should allow that. I'll break Twitch. I'll just break. I'll break the internet. The internet will be broken because Tom decided to sing. I'm singing for the rich to get taxed. I want the rich to get taxed. I want them to have profit. Like I'm not saying I don't, and this is, you get on the defensive. Well, you don't want them to have profit. No, I want you to have record profits. I want you to pay for it. Like that line in the Tom Cruise movie, show me the money, show me the money. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be shown the money. I want the rich to have some of that $45 billion record profits and just bonuses. We're talking bonuses here. Just tax the bonus. Hashtag poor people bonus. Jesus, it's not hard. Frank wants this in a minute. Good. I could just Frank wants. You can make pop. Just right in a minute. Give me that stimmy. Give me that poor people stimmy. I'm telling you, AOC needs to be all over this. If Joe Manchin gave a damn about West Virginia, he'd be fighting for this. The poor people stimulus. Tax the rich. Tax the bonus. Give the American people a bonus. Where is the American people's stimulus? Where's the American people's bonus? Where's the American people's anything? It's frustrating. Hashtag FI Live if you want to listen. 2006, 34 billion, 33 billion, 2007. In 2008, when the Great Recession, 17 billion. 2009, 22 billion. 2010, 22 billion. 18.5 billion. Just bonuses. Securities interest. Pull bonuses. Not saying do anything but tax the bonuses. I'm just, and Jim has his caffeine in the working. Oh, and if you missed it earlier, Woke Talk Radio is moving to 8 p.m. On Monday. We are going to compete directly with Tucker Carlson. Fuck Tucker. Fuck Tucker Carlson. We're gonna compete directly with Tucker Carlson. We're gonna do prime time because MSNBC is gonna pick some shitty host. They're gonna Rachel Maddow going out is gonna pick some, and I like Chris Hayes, but Chris Hayes is no I can't even think of a person. He's no Bill O'Reilly. So there's that. So I'll tell you how they sleep at night. Jim says, how can the uber rich sleep at night knowing there are kids starving just miles away? They sleep on their My Pillows very comfortably because they buy the jumbo My Pillows and they sleep on them very well. They are very comfortable, the rich. They have no problem sleeping. Very well. Look, and I'm all for bonuses. I want record bonuses. You can share record bonuses. I am for sharing the wealth. I am for somebody coming along and saying, okay, we're gonna give you some too. And make it fair and make poor people have a bonus. I mean, the question should be asked, don't poor people deserve a bonus for living under that bridge? For getting shot by those cops? Don't they deserve a bonus? You know, there are so many things we could pay for. Just taxing the bonuses. I'm not even saying taxing their salaries, just the bonuses. Wall Street contributed about 18% of all taxes collected in New York for 2021, and it should help New York City beat its expectations for income tax revenue, the report found. Well, that's good. But it should be more like 30 to 40%. Wall Street should be contributing 30 to 40%. Hashtag FYI. Hashtag FYI Live. We're live. No break. We've got too much to do and we're behind. So we're like a pilot making up time going across the Atlantic. We're making up time here. Doesn't everyone deserve food, water, shelter, education, and compassion? Why are you a libtard, Jim? Come on. Is this a civilized society or what? Obviously not. This is not a civilized society, because if it was a civilized society, then Wall Street contributed 18% would be Wall Street contributed 35% or 40% or 50% of all taxes collected in New York for 2021. Don't be a libtard. Come on. We don't need no libtards here. You bleeding heart people. I don't know what gets into you people, you bleeding hearts. So, if you missed the 8 o'clock show, because I know we have some European listeners, if you missed the 8 o'clock show, I think for now we're going to replay it 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But you could always check the podcast. You could always go to the podcast, and they're going to pay for SoundCloud again to have that. We need more. Look, the station costs us $40 a day to run. $40 a day. When we pay internet, when we pay rent, when we pay when we pay internet, rent, radio stream, which is already paid for. When we pay our app bill, we have an app bill, and soon when we pay our app streaming bill, which we will have because we're going to be on Roku Fire or Roku Fire Stick, as well as the amazing, the wonderful, the talented. Oh my God, I can't remember what it is. Apple TV. We're going to be everywhere with FYI Nation. We're actually calling the channel FYI Live. We're working on FYI. We are creating a liberal network, a true liberal network. And we're going to do live video and live audio. And that's why I've been trying to get everything professionally done as much as possible for everybody. So when we create this liberal beacon of FYI Nation, hashtag FYI Live, you will know where to go for liberal talk. And you will want to go there on your TV sets. And we're going to make that happen. So we do need $40. It's $40 a day to run this network. That's not a lot when you think about it. $40 a day. So, and I'm paying all the bills right now, except the radio stream bill. Fully transparent, no commercials, never get any ads. We don't bombard you with that crap. No subscriptions. You don't have to subscribe and no, none of that. None of that crap. None of that big tech infiltration bullshit. We believe in giving you the information, giving you the news, and going from there. And we're going to destroy, we are going to destroy Tucker Carlson. We're going to change the 8 o'clock hour. And we're going to destroy him. So you gotta totally stick around for that. Because that is major. That is something major. So we're getting ready to do all this stuff. Because I want liberals to be, I want progressives to be strong. I want liberals to be able to deal with, I want liberals to be able to deal with things in a manner that's so easy that they don't have to worry, fundamentally. And I want this channel to do that. I want to break things. I want to break the narrative. And I think we can do that. And I think we'll really bust it up really well. Oh, hashtag. More proud, less loud. This channel kills fascists. Yes, we totally kill. We're fascist killers. Totally into that. No, kill is not the wrong word. No, don't, Jim, don't. No, I'm not going to let you do that, Jim. Kill is not the wrong word. Kill is exactly the right word. We are fascist killers. You will get mauled by us. None of this mamby-pamby, bleeding heart, Archie Bunker style. No, we don't do that here. Unapologetic, as Tara Devlin says. We kill fascists. We look. I want to be the left answer to Glenn Beck. It's really that simple. He has a morning show. He's been doing it for years. And he's popular. And he has his rants. I just got to get the technical aspects down. And we're almost there. I got another day of sorting out the bullshit. And frankly, we'll be there. We will have all the technical aspects down. What we are going to do with this network, with this channel, is blow it up. We're going to message for the Democratic Party. And let's kill fascism is better. You're absolutely right. See, you can influence this too, Jim. It's really easy. A little bit of participation never hurt anyone. A number of factors, including inflation, the ongoing recovery, and the economic fallout from Russia's invasion in Ukraine, are expected to weigh on Wall Street's bonuses this year. Oh, are they? Is that why they're really angry? Is that why? Is it the bonuses? I think it's the bonuses. My heart tells me it's the bonuses. Oh, Lord Jesus. But no, I just like we're gonna switch some things around for the program, for programming. We're gonna really do some wonderful things starting Monday, and we now have the funding too, but we need more funding. I raised the capital to do this. I'm willing to lose money doing this. I've lost money every day in and day out doing this. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go that far. Um, what I'm not willing to do is to sit by and allow the party of the Republicans to control the narrative. Let me check on Rory for today. I hope so. And we are going to take a quick break. Although they'll get us in
Hi, I'm Laura Flanders of The Laura Flanders Show, where I interview the best thinkers and doers of our time. On TV, the show premieres Sundays at 11:30 Eastern on PBS World and at the Laura Flanders Show YouTube channel. You can join my guests and me every week there in the live viewing party, and then catch us all week on public television stations. Prefer to listen? Find us on a radio station near you or subscribe to the free podcast. You'll find listings and ways to subscribe at lauraflanders.org. That's also where you'll receive my regular commentaries. I call them the F word. Here's this week's. Gas prices are rising and the options for policymakers are few and getting fewer, but there are some good ones. Let's be clear, the U.S. barely uses Russian oil, most of which goes to Europe and Asia. Still, it's true that without buying from Russia, the world's available supply of oil and gas is smaller, and reduced supplies tend to result in higher prices. But do they have to? The simple answer is no. Even before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, big oil was posting record profits. According to the U.S. government watchdog group Accountable U.S., Chevron, Shell, Exxon, and BP made over $75 billion in 2021, a record sum. The oil companies are awash in wealth. They could at any point choose to lower prices for a beleaguered public in wartime. Instead, their executives are choosing to puff up dividends and CEO salaries and buy back their own shares, stock buybacks being win-wins for shareholders. Now, Republicans and their big oil buddies are threatening to spread anti-Biden lies all the way to the midterms by blaming price spikes on White House bungling and its refusal to open the last protected bits of public lands to drilling. Bad options for Biden, numbers 1, 2, and 3, are drill the lands, give in to the big oil thugs, and lose the midterms. Bad option number 4 would be to go groveling to Saudi Arabia to beg them to pump more oil so as to increase global supply, a move that the White House is clearly considering. To plead with the Saudis right now would be to plead with a nation that's just executed 81 innocent people, mostly professors, for unpatriotic acts, and annually executes LGBTQ people in public. And let's not forget the House of Saud's role in standing with Russia and the wages of the just as deadly war in Yemen. There are some better options, though. Stand strong against the bloody House of Saud, for one, and big oil and their pals. Stand strong against hostage-taking by the Republicans and side with beleaguered Americans and their progressive allies in Congress. Progressives, including Bernie and Warren and Pramila Jayapal et al., are calling on the administration to expand Jan Schakowsky's COVID-19 Price Gouging Prevention Act to include gas and energy profiteers and send the proceeds from a tax on gougers to families in need. Another good option would be to win the midterms by standing with the planet. transitioning to renewables. The shift to clean energy doesn't have to go slowly. Electric car sales rose 43% in 2020 and over 108% last year. Stocks in renewables are outperforming oil and gas right now. So, tipping points tip, this could be one of them. If anything good could come from this grim, ghastly invasion, this could be it. We've certainly hit the bottom of the gas and oil barrel. And community radio at lauraflanders.org, and join me every Monday night on Instagram Live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining me. I'm Laura.
Not with an award per se. In 1949, it released Be Gone, Dull Care, an animated film set to some of Peterson's work. Want to watch it? You can right now at soundbeat.org. Soundbeat is produced at the Belfer Audio Archive, Syracuse University Library. I'm Brett Barry.
Hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I heard all of the pre-roll stuff, but I can't hear you.
Okay. What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Awesome. Let's see. Let's see if I can actually fix the All right. All right. So,
That's better.
yes, it's not the way I wanted it to happen, but we're gonna do it live, as they say. I don't know what just happened, with why it didn't work on that, but you can hear me okay, correct, Ray? Oh, let me try. And okay, you can hear me okay, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
And I'm just trying to see if, because you have just a little R showing for on the screen, I'm trying to see if we can do it with this way. Can you still hear me and everything?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay! I love
Yeah.
it when we fix things, Rory. It's awesome.
Do I just come on so you can do tech support? Is that the point?
Yes, no, totally. Though I'm fixing things more and more since we got this new program. It's not less and less, so that's a good thing. Things are being fixed at a increasingly stealthier rate, and I just figured out why you couldn't hear me. So let's fix the other issue on why you couldn't hear me. So now you should be able to hear and see me correctly, correct?
Yeah.
See, it only took me 5 years, and you went away. You leaving for this to all come together.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Rory?
I don't know. I think everything is suddenly going to change with me leaving.
Yeah.
Like, there's a shop near me now that sells frozen Coke, and why did they have to wait until I can only have like 2 before I leave? What's that about?
That's not cool. That is I have a here, this is the sound that I'll play for that. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that too well, but I heard it. But so I'm going to give you a choice of video because it's all video for us today of where you want to go. I have Sarah Palin or Tulsi Gabbard.
Should we go Palin? That seems less stressful.
That's stressful. You want to go for the easy way out on a Friday? All right, we'll go for it. We'll go for the easy way out on Friday. All right, so let's pull up the I feel like I don't have it working yet. I know it is. So let's pull up the video. I'm not going to be able to say anything, so just don't talk.
Okay.
This first clip is Sean Now, the guy running, the reason Sarah Palin is talking about even running is because the guy who had the seat, the only Republican or representative seat in Alaska, died. Okay? I don't know if you heard that news.
No, I don't keep up with Alaskan news that much.
Oh, okay. Don Young is his name, and he was 88 years old. He served in the House of Representatives for like 40 years, right? He was in there for 40 years, or maybe less than that, 30, 27, something like that. But a lot of time, you get my drift. And basically, Hannity was like, so you're thinking of running. And he did not this is a fact check fail on Hannity's part, and Sarah Palin got to look smart. So let's watch this part first.
Is this your district that is open now where you live in Wasilla?
It's the entire state of Alaska, and Don Young.
So it's the entire state, Rory.
Yeah, that's what I was like. They only have one there, don't they? It's one of those places where they only have the one.
And Sean Hannity did. No producer told him. This is how stupid he is. He doesn't get any information, and it's like
something you should probably just know.
Yeah, like I didn't know it, but I don't keep. I've been to Alaska once on a cruise, so that's my extent of knowledge of Alaska. So I don't know these things, but Sean Hannity, a purveyor of so-called news, should know this, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few low population states, and that's the deal there. And it shouldn't be that hard to think. Oh yeah, no one lives in Alaska. There's probably a very strong chance that it's the right place.
Yeah, and it's like, how stupid are you, Sean Hannity? Are you Kevin McCarthy level stupid or what?
Yeah. Also, that's the other thing of, if you're going to have someone on and you're going to ask them this question, check that the question is true first.
Yeah, right? And it's like, Jim says, so Miss Palin, will you run for the president of Alaska?
Sure, why not?
Where you can see Russia from your house?
Its own president? Alaska should be... America should adopt the Russian system of having different layers of autonomy for different states.
Yeah.
And Alaska should have its own president, like Chechnya.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, its own army and everything. Just be different.
Totally, that'll totally work, Rory. So there's that first clip with Sarah Palin. And then she gets talking about balls and cojones and how she was never out of the political system. This is actually quite fun, Rory, because she gets offended, and Sean Hannity is like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. This is some funny shit. So let's play this.
Way. So you're gonna have to make up your mind fast. Where are you in this process?
Well, I never went anywhere. I feel like I still am in the arena, and I've been one to say that you don't need an office, you don't need a title to get out there and fight for what's right
Well, I
and to
didn't
make a
mean that
difference.
part.
And I believe that I've
I
been able to
meant-
live that out. However, there
Yeah.
is a time and a season for everything. And if this season is one where I need a more official platform to have, then yeah, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring, because we need people who have cojones. We need people like Donald Trump who has nothing to lose, like me. We got nothing to lose, and no more of this vanilla milk toast, namby-pamby, wussy-pussy stuff that's been going on. That's why our country is in the mess that we're in, because people who run for office, they look at it as a job or as a business instead of as a calling, as something.
As a job or as a business. Well, I would think that, like, if you're in Congress, you should maybe, Rory, think of it as a job, like that you're
Well,
that you're
yeah,
a part of.
no. I don't disagree with her in that sense, that I think like people that are just there to take the paycheck and go home
Yeah,
are probably not particularly good representatives. I also think what she's trying to say is, I don't need the money, or like, I make more money not being a congressperson, and therefore, why should I bother? That sounds like a lot of work.
yeah,
Because especially Alaska, it's a long way. There'd be a lot of travel back and forth. It's just, if you want to stay at home, and I think that's what she was sort of when she was sort of saying, I'm still there. It's like, what, and you can do the same outside. What she's saying is, being in Congress would be an awful amount of work without a lot of power and without a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of money, but it's not more money than you could make being a right-wing talking head that is already famous. She's going to leave that to somebody else, and she'll just keep doing like she's doing there, being on TV, saying very stupid things about, I don't
she'll
know,
be Marjorie Taylor.
especially the masculinity of the government or something weird like that.
Let's just be honest. She's mad that Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting all the spotlight.
Yeah. Oh, that might be a reason. If she could get into Congress so that she could stand in front of.
And then there's the pension. Don't forget about the lifetime pension you get after you win.
Do you not get a pension for being governor as well, though? Like, she might be.
Yeah, but it's a tiny pension. It's Alaska.
Okay.
Come on, how much can it be? Like $15?
I don't know. I thought they just give you an oil well.
Mm.
That's your pension.
They could do.
Yeah, but
on
can I just ask as well? Has Sean Hannity got tiny hands?
He has tiny something. I'm not
in
quite
that clip, it looked like his hands were like ridiculously small. Probably just the angle or whatever.
Yeah.
I was quite disturbed.
Yeah, so we had
like a Muppet.
some people had some sound issues hearing you, but I fixed that. Rory, I can actually fix things. We're on air.
It doesn't sound right.
Like I can make things work while we're on air. And Jim says tiny brain for Sean Hannity. So there's that. Which is equal to the tiny hands.
Yeah.
And tiny
You can fit your brain in your hands.
I hear he has some AR-15s though, so that compensates well.
Oh yeah, and you want tiny hands because otherwise your fingers will get stuck in the bit where the trigger is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, totally. But yeah, so you could tweet us at #FYLive. For those listening to the radio stream, let me know what's going on. We'd love the participation. We do have some listeners, some watchers today. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're everywhere. We are like a stalker. We are like a mad stalker, Rory. We are everywhere.
I would like to distance myself from the suggestions of mad stalkering.
Okay, that's fair enough. I can see why you would want to do that. I mean, I'm not gonna say why, that I can't understand that. Why you would want to distance. But
I just, if anything happens, I don't want to be implicated.
Yeah, no. Why would I implicate you? I'm not Mo Brooks. I'm not gonna.
I don't know, but you've just said that we're doing some wild stalking, and I don't want that to be me.
Animals, dude. Rory, why do you gotta take it? It's not like we're going out and killing bashes. It's not like
You're not hunting the most dangerous game.
No. We're nice liberals. We're nice. I mean,
I'll take your word for it, but still, I'm not stalking anyone.
Fine. Don't stalk anyone. I see how it is.
If you see me in an alleyway, I'm being totally normal.
I see how it is. You won't stalk anyone with me, bastard. And how long can you stay with me? Since
I
we're
can give you an hour, so 45 minutes from here.
Oh, you are awesome. So we could do some stories too, because we have I want to get these clips out of the way. Tulsi Gabbard and Sean Hannity kind of went at it last night, and they had a little thing going on, and it was fun to watch. Yeah, the small hands were just like, I'm gonna scratch you. No, I'm gonna scratch you. and it was great because, like, how often you get to agree with Sean Hannity on an issue, in the same show where you're pointing out that he's an idiot, no less.
Well, complex like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. And Jim says we're hunting fascists. So there's that. We are, and Jim also says Corella Debagard. I don't know if you can see the
Yeah, I can see the comments.
They are awesome. I love our Jim is our chat room moderator for our YouTube chat, and Jim is awesome. He's a convert from Tara Devlin's show, Tara Buster. You could hear her on YouTube and everywhere else. And hopefully I'm going to talk her into doing a show on FYNation.com for FY Nation when she has free time. But that being said, we have, like, oh my God, this whole thing with Tulsi and I lost my train of thought for a second. I couldn't tell. Versus Sean Hannity is just beautiful. Let me play it for you.
They can. You're not answering. Should we give them the weapons to win the war? If they're doing a great job, everybody acknowledges that. Should we give them all, and Europe too, give them the weapons if they're willing to fight for their country?
They can't win this war, Sean. This is the real world that we live in. It is not, it's not strategically possible to think that Ukraine is going to beat Russia. If you look at it, and then
so
it
what
also
you're
is the
saying
question,
is
what does winning
you
look
fear
like?
Vladimir
What does winning look
Putin.
like?
You're saying you fear Vladimir Putin would use a nuke. If he uses a nuke, the radiation fallout will impact NATO countries. That triggers Article 5. Do you believe in Article 5 of the NATO agreement?
I think the most responsible thing that our leaders, the United States, leaders of NATO, Ukraine, and Russia need to do right now is look at what the reality is that we're facing on the ground and the reality that the world is facing, and come together to be able to negotiate an outcome to this.
Okay, Putin doesn't want to negotiate. Clearly doesn't want to negotiate. There's been many attempts at negotiation. So when you see images of dead women and children,
I'm not aware of
and when you see
Zelensky
neighborhoods
sitting down
blown
with
out,
Putin yet.
hang on, you not think we should provide them the weapons to defend themselves? I just want to know yes or no.
You're missing my point here, Sean, which is we've got to know what we're trying to accomplish, which is an end to this war. It is cruel to make the Ukrainian people believe that somehow they are going to win this war by prolonging it. And that's what you're talking about here. It would prolong this war, prolong the suffering, and end up causing more lives lost in the end.
If Vladimir Putin wanted to negotiate, he would have done it a long time ago. He's not willing to. And if he wants to use chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, he's got to know that his entire country is going to be blown off the face of the earth. I pray to God we never get to that point, but that's always been a threat.
You've gone quiet again, Tom.
Let me unmute my mic. That would be helpful.
There we go.
I kind of agree with Sean Hannity.
Yeah, that was a remarkably cogent set of thoughts he put together there. I didn't realize he had that in him. Like, I understand what Tulsi Gabbard is trying to say here, and I don't necessarily think it's entirely true. I think we have learned in recent weeks that while Russia's military is incredibly cruel and incredibly destructive, it is also incredibly shit, and that it can, be like, this is not a situation where Ukraine are going to get so strong that they can fight back and take bits of Russia for themselves or whatever. Like, that's not. But the expense of doing this may reach a point where too many people are going home dead, and Putin goes, well, the military aren't supporting me anymore. What am I actually achieving here? And to that, it becomes incredibly expensive, and she might just run out of like tanks and stuff. And also while the sanctions are dragging on, things are going to get very hard for them. Like, it's not a case of the Ukrainian military somehow overcoming the entirety of Russia. It's a case of them surviving long enough that Russia
We
can't.
have examples. I got to stop you for a second, Rory. We have examples of a world power being overrun that was said to win everything and being run out. And I can point to India, and I can point to the United States, where the odds were against the United States winning the war of the revolution. And the United States beat back the British. And all I can hear is Tulsi Gabbard saying, "No, be loyal to the crown. You must be loyal. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Keep your land. Keep your slaves.
That's the thing. If she has to be open about what she's proposing, and I think this is it's not. There is a fair argument to be made that lots and lots and lots of people are going to die in the name of a thing that ultimately does the name and the flag of where you live mean that much? But at the same time, you have to make that case. And I think if you said to the average Ukrainian on the street, you should just become Russia now because you'll live longer, they'll probably turn around and go, you think these fuckers are gonna like integrate us into society and treat us as equal citizens when that happens? I don't think so. And you have to convince them that what they've been fighting for is pointless. And I think that they don't, and that the people have died already was a waste of time. And I just don't think that that's as much as it's going to be miserable.
That's exactly what she's saying. She's saying, "Poor you! You lost some people. Don't make it any worse or harder on yourself." It's almost like she is counseling an abuse victim, and like telling her the abuse victim, go back to the husband. He's not going to hit you anymore if you just give him the good head. Just give him the good blowjob. He won't hit you anymore. If you just do the dishes, he won't hit you anymore. If you just cook vegetables.
This idea of negotiating, like Zelensky is constantly coming out and saying, I want to negotiate, because that's the correct thing to say. But if he sits down at a table he sits down at one of those hilariously long tables with Putin, what are the things? The negotiating is going to be, you stop bombing us, and in return you get what? And there's nothing that I think is acceptable for them to give in return. So there's nothing, because the things that Putin wants aren't like. It's not like he's after there's not some sort of rational want that there's no, you've got this thing of ours, or we've been having this previous dispute. It's just like the thing that he wants is you to go back to being subservient to him. And as long as that's unacceptable, then what is the outcome?
It's a classic abusive relationship. Or am I wrong here?
Yeah, pretty much, right. Like, there's not, and like, this is the sort of thing that you could do before, and obviously you can try now, but I just think that they are somewhat victims of the fact that Russia were already a bit of a pariah state, and therefore there's none of the subtlety that you can normally do this stuff with has been allowed. They have, and no one is falling for the they're just doing they're just trying to get rid of the weapons in there, or they're just trying to get. They have the Russian speaking argument has been very quickly gone. No, we don't believe you, mate. That's bollocks, isn't it? There's no kind of we're just trying to look after our own. It's just they are under scrutiny that would make it impossible for them to ever come out with some kind of a reasonable response. So therefore, they're just stuck in this thing, and therefore, I think the thing is going to be fight back until Russia just run away. And they're running away is not. It's this thing. I think if you think about it too much like a game of chess or a computer game, and you think of this idea of winning as being the point at which, as long as you still have some troops on the battlefield when the others have lost all of theirs, you've won. Which just isn't the way. When you're dealing with people.
Clearly, Tulsi Gabbard never watched the Game of Thrones.
The victory condition for Ukraine is not destroy the Russian army. It is make it difficult for the Russian army to explain to the parents of the soldiers that have died why they've not come home, and that's what's gonna. That's ultimately how they're gonna have to stop. So I don't, and if she I would have a lot more respect for her argument if she was willing to come out and say that that's what was going on. That she was just that she was happy that she would be happy for Russia to take over the Ukraine, but she won't do that.
Yeah, she's a goddamn Russian puppet. That's why. I don't, and I don't have any other explanation for it except she's a goddamn Russian puppet. I mean, do you?
I mean, I don't even know if I would go that far. I just think that she's trying to hold some kind of contrarian. There are a lot of people that want to hold these positions because, it suits whatever kind of brand.
And we are live, rolling into the next hour. Nosey Liberal. My name is Tom Reynolds. I'm joined with Rory Boyd, and Rory Boyd was in the middle of a point before he was interrupted.
Yeah, I think that the Russian puppet thing is probably thrown up. I think it's not as complicated as that.
Okay.
I think that there's obviously some people who are that, but I don't necessarily think that that's. There'll be a massive paper trail if a member of Congress was a Russian puppet. I think it's just that she likes to hold.
There's a small one. She's gotten donor money from people who have ties to the Russian oligarchs and everything else. I mean, we've talked about it on the show where Tulsi Gabbard has gotten political contributions through PACs and has been able to get rich quick off of her shilling for Putin, and it's not like big money. It's not like Wall Street bonus money, but it's a decent amount of chum money.
I'm sure that some of the money is makes her makes her hold her opinions. But what I'm kind of getting is I kind of think. Ever since I've been aware of her, this has been my view: is that she holds these positions as a kind of a. This is in contrast to other people. Is it? She just wants to be the odd one out almost, and that there's all of these people say this, so I'm going to say the other thing, and as this the thing I keep thinking is this the line I want to come out with is that the idea of this being anti-war is a bit like the I have a plan to fight Mike Tyson, and he goes, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. Which is that you can reasonably hold a lot of positions. I don't want this to happen. I don't think we should be doing this. I think we should scale back here. There's loads of things that you can sort of say that would reduce the chances of war. But once it happens, the idea that because you've painted yourself into this corner of sort of Western aggression has created this situation, you're then somehow having to say that the small state being invaded by the imperialist power is somehow in the wrong and should just
Yeah.
stop. And that the only reasonable way you can possibly make that argument is just doubling down on the things you've said before and ignoring what's currently going on. And I think that's really what it is. Like, she can't, because if she seriously believed in this idea that, that Ukraine have to participate in stopping this war, she would have to, as I said, like, put forward what that looks like, and what that looks like is then no longer being a state called Ukraine.
Yeah. But
that's what she's not going to do that.
She'll never be that. She'll never be that honest, though.
No.
She's just a moo cow. Moo. She's a moo cow. I'm being petty. I know. But we're going to talk about another moo cow, Alex Jones. How do you like that? We're going to talk about the good old Alex Jones, Rory.
This is not the Welsh daytime TV presenter, is it?
Well, no. He turns the frogs gay.
I remember this one. And he sells tactical bath or whatever the wipes are on his website.
Yes. But he had a deposition that it was supposed to appear to, and not so much. Didn't appear. InfoWar host Alex Jones failed to appear for Wednesday deposition related to the lawsuit filed against him by the families of the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, which Jones has falsely labeled as a hoax. I guess this is what you do when you're a complete and total asshole. You just blow off depositions. I mean, he's taking a playbook from Donald Trump, because Donald Trump I'm not going to show up. Whatever.
They're not quite severe penalties to not showing up to these things.
Yeah, you could be jailed. And as I do clips for our YouTube channel of Alex Jones, crazy shit he says. And in the commercials now, he's raising money for his network off the backs of this hoax comment that he did, off the lawsuit. I'm trying to fight the globalists. And he's not even fucking showing up to fight the globalists. It's like, what? Don't you show up to a battle?
Well, obviously he doesn't think it's fair.
Yeah.
Has he done the whole "I don't recognize the authority of this court" thing?
Well, no, but he has done the whole I'm too sick to show up thing. I'm waiting for them to get my homework. But
can we not do it in the spring? I've got a hay fever.
Basically, he due to medical conditions, his doctors observed on Monday. His attorney Norman Pettis said in court filings to the AP. However, his lawyers acknowledged that his daily website show had been broadcast on Tuesday. Because he's not sick. I mean, I understand you got to
work from home, obviously, or from studio. It's the going out.
Jim says he wants to be purple walked. I'm not sure on that. I don't think he's so gay phobic that I think he's afraid. He's afraid of he's afraid of just everything. And I do have an update to a story that we're going to do after that just kind of broke. But Alex Jones, and Christopher Matty, an attorney for the family, said this, in our view, was a cowardly display intended to cheat the plaintiffs of the right to put him under oath. And ask him questions about why, over the course of many years, he had lied about them. He had lied about the loved ones, and that they lost at Sandy Hook, and why he unleashed a barrage of harassment over the many years, and that continues to this day. Because he thinks he's above the law. I mean, I don't have any other explanation for it, right?
Is he above the law, or does he just outside the law? It's sort of... He makes up his own law, surely.
Yeah. Must be. Yeah. I mean, the stuff in the water makes the
courthouse is a hoax. That's the...
Yeah.
He's going to get there. It's a bouncy castle.
Not breaking news, but Dems are in disarray. A Dems in disarray story. I like doing updates to stories that we've covered, and this is an ongoing drama. And I think we talked about this woman together, Rory, this sleepover woman, the Democratic congressional candidate in Oklahoma. Is deciding, yeah, I'm not going to continue running for Congress. Ashley Brailes, announced on Thursday she would be dropping her congressional bid following an incident last month on Valentine's Day weekend, sleepover in which she was reportedly used profanity towards several young girls. Her excuse at the time was a combination of pain medication and alcohol.
So when you say she was having a sleepover, was she like the mother of the daughter hosting the sleepover,
I think
or was
the friend or the mother or something like that?
she participating in the sleepover? Is swearing at children bad now? I don't really.
Well, apparently she went on a drunken tirade. I think it was more than just "fuck you."
Okay, I guess like there should be a sort of thing where it'd be difficult to it'd be difficult to win if this came out, I guess, but it just doesn't seem. I wouldn't be bothered. If anything, I would only vote for people who I conceivably believe would swear at kids, but it just seems pretty normal from. Maybe it's a very British thing of just hating children.
Yeah, no, I totally get it though. You can hate the smack out of some kids. She said in her statement, "Today I am ending my campaign for Oklahoma's 5th congressional district to focus on myself and my happiness. The decision hasn't been easy to make. I got into politics because I wanted to help people, but instead she found out she needed to help herself."
I just like the idea of focusing on her happiness. It's just like I'm just gonna just gonna go to the bar, have a few.
And we're gonna head down to Cheers after this.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go to the trampoline park and just shout at some children.
Yeah.
You know, she's not going to improve herself. She's going to work on her happiness. It's a very. I found a new passion in life, and it's not running for office.
It's swearing at young girls.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could get a Girl Scout badge for that.
There should be one.
How hard you can take it.
Scouts badge for profanity.
Yeah. You know,
creative swearing is an important part. Is an important step of growing up, I think. So
the obscenity badge. I think that should be a scouting mandate that we have the obscenity badge, where the cub leader just swears at you until you break down and cry.
And the badge is just a series of asterisks.
Yes, but you get the badge. You get the obscenity badge if you don't break down and cry. If you make the guy or girl just swear at you for like 15 fucking minutes straight, and you don't break down in tears because they've called you basically all the worst names you can be thought of being called, and you're totally fine with it, you get the obscenity badge.
If you make the troop leader cry, you get 2.
Yeah, no, definitely, totally.
Swear back.
I would be down for a bonus badge. A bonus badge. An extra score for merit.
If you get it in the dictionary, then.
Why would she quit? We elected a pussy grabber president. That's a good point.
See, Trump's not a very good swearer, is he? That's the.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He says a lot of very silly things, but all of them are broadcastable.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a great. It's probably part of his getting attention thing. You know, if you say stuff they can't put on TV, then you don't get to be on TV.
Jim also said she should have owned it and promised happy hours at the Capitol.
Can you get sworn in on a fishbowl?
with Nancy Pelosi, Lady Godiva ice cream or whatever brand it is she takes. I just Lady the Godiva was the first brand that came in my head.
Do you have that in America where you can get drinks out of fish bowls?
Probably, but I don't drink, so I don't know.
If you want a
But
sharing, I'm just thinking of all of the
I'm not like
worst bars that I would have gone to.
I'm not one who is the drinks guy, so
Okay.
there's that. Sorry.
I'm just
Sorry.
thinking when I was like 18 and you go to these weird bars
So,
on nights out in uni, and they would be like,
so one girl
you could get a fish bowl full of blue.
One girl she called a Hispanic fucker. Another
Okay,
girl,
that's the problem. It's not the swearing; it's the racialized swearing.
yeah, so racial. And then she said to another, a judgy fucker. Ooh, I wonder what's going on there. Oh, and then one other she said an acne fucker.
That's just harsh.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
just
nice.
they're
See,
going.
that would be in the merit badge.
Yeah, it'll go away. If it doesn't
What
go away, sorry.
What kind of fucker are you? And we don't bleep shit out here, so this is the portion. We're
But I
there's
just
no.
feel like calling someone a Hispanic fucker is crossing a line because that's not even like interesting. That's
Yeah,
just
that is a little bit of
that's just
that.
I
That
hate
is
you because
a
you're
little.
foreign.
I mean, to her defense, she was drunk and on medication.
But same with the Hulk Hogan thing. Being drunk doesn't entitle you to be racist.
Yeah, no, true. That probably amplifies the racism.
I still the Hulk Hogan's thing of having a racist sex tape is still the wildest thing I can ever think of as a celebrity news story.
And apparently, she told a friend that she took whatever she had and just wanted it all to end. Again, why she's focusing on her happiness now.
Okay, so she overdosed on whatever pills she found in the cupboard,
Yeah.
and then started swearing at children.
Yeah.
I think
and
it's probably for the best that she's not running for office. That's a very stressful thing to do, and she sounds like she needs a break.
Like all I could see her is walking down the aisles of Congress, getting into a shouting match with Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, she needs to get signed off work, and spend a few months just watching Countdown and I don't know, relaxing a bit.
Just some relaxing, just kind of chill, take a pill, just
watch every season of Selling Sunset, or
yeah.
no
So
more brain.
I have a pending question not related to the story. Do you think you seeing me now? Do you think I need a haircut?
It depends how you feel. I would get a haircut if my hair was that long, but I don't like having long hair.
Okay.
It's not messy, it's just long.
No, it is a little today because I woke up like 2 minutes before the show. That was a huge mistake. I literally woke up to one of the show's alarms that play for me to warn me I have a 2-minute warning, and that was.
I thought you meant like the intro music was playing, and you were like,
"Yeah, no,
and now
totally."
it's Thomas Reynolds. It's like, oh wait, that's me.
And I was like totally not ready to do anything for it's just like, yeah, we're not there.
And the host needs no introduction, so there's no introduction.
Jim says, "Are you drunk, judgy fucker? Should you be wearing pants, judgy fucker?"
She needs an extended period where she doesn't have to wear pants.
Yes.
Just at home.
I could totally. You know what? RuPaul has this. The library is open skit on her show where all the drag queens read the other drag queens, and they. I mean, it's made for TV, so you're not going to get the sweary stuff, but the British version is so much better. Because you do get the sweary stuff. But that's what this is. They should have. She should have stayed in running for her campaign, because she could have been like, "Yeah, I will read Nancy Pelosi, bitch. I will drunkenly read Nancy Pelosi every day."
What do you mean by read?
Read is when you tell somebody harsh facts about yourself.
Okay, so you're not talking like they've written a book and you're reading it out loud.
No. I forget your English. You don't understand. I forgot. I'm sorry, Ray. That's my fault. And so I know on time. How much time do we have left?
15 minutes.
15. Okay, I could do a lot of damage in 15 minutes.
Sorry, let's make that 7 minutes.
Fuck you. By the way, Joe Manchin will back Jackson for the Supreme Court. He got a talking to today. Yeah, I guess Jen Psaki was like, "I'll give you COVID, motherfucker." You know,
Finally, the way of getting him on side.
I'll get
Biological weapons.
I'll give you COVID.
That'll be the way to sort out Congress.
Yeah, totally.
If you don't vote for me, here's an envelope full of ricin. I must clarify, I do not endorse giving anyone ricin.
Are you sure about that? You kind of went there.
Legally speaking, you should not poison your political adversaries.
You did. Speaking of political adversaries, Jeannie Thomas, member of the Trump cult. Do you know who she is? This
No, there's too many members of the Trump cult.
Okay, hold on one second. And we are.
Do I have to challenge her to a duel? Is that the? Sorry.
What's that?
Do I have to challenge her to a duel? Is that the correct way?
You might. You just might. But Jeannie Thomas belongs to the Trump cult, as you may or may not know. And Jeannie Thomas is Clarence Thomas's wife, who is in the news because she sent Mark Meadows texts urging efforts to overturn the election. She was like texting him, "Help this great president, stand firm, Mark. You are the leader with him, who is standing for America's constitutional governance at the precipice. The majority knows Biden, and the left is attempting the greatest heist of the history." This text was sent shortly after many outlets began projecting Joe Biden as the nominee for president. Sore loser much?
I mean, it's better that you didn't. I bet that wasn't like this week.
Yeah, true.
2 years in, come on, turn it over.
She said on November 24th, per the Post, "This is fight good versus evil. Evil always looks like the victor until the King of Kings triumphs. Do not grow weary in well-doing. The fight continues. I have staked my career on it. Well, at least my time in D.C. on it." Well, which is it? Your career or your time in D.C., you bitch? What are you staking? Thoughts and prayers on Jeannie Thomas?
It just seems a bit desperate.
Yeah.
I don't think Mark Meadows didn't actually have the power to change any of these things. I don't know why she was. I guess the problem is she didn't have anyone else's number.
Well, yeah, and she had to text him 29 times, according to the January 6th committee. The Hill reached out for comment for Thomas and Meadows, and yeah, nothing. Goose eggs. As it is. I just find this funny. She's like, her husband is on the Supreme Court, Mr. Say Nothing, and screw everyone.
Why did you text him? He could do something.
Good question. I maybe they're not on speaking terms. Maybe they had separate bedrooms. It could be that. They could be that power couple. I mean,
My husband is one of the 9 most powerful men in the world, but I'm unfortunately not speaking to him anymore.
Yeah. We're not on speaking terms. God damn it. Oh, Lord Jesus. And then we have, so there's that. She's just a total sea hag. It's very hard to come up with names for women that are not like misogynistic. Oh well, life sucks.
Use ones you would use for men instead. That's the.
True. You could do that. And then Can we talk about the lawsuit? I think we got. No, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to. I want to talk about this poll over the Don't Say Gay bill that's out there. I want to talk. I need to kind of have a little bit of rant with you, because I think people are stupid, or I think people that are pulled by the blaze are really stupid.
I mean,
But
that sounds quite likely.
it sounds quite what?
Quite likely.
Yes. But let's see. They maybe weren't pulled entirely by the blaze, but we'll find out here. Shall we? There we go. Let's just grab the story and do a little damage here. Let's see. So even Democrats agree that children in kindergarten through third grade are too young to learn about sexual orientation or gender identity, according to new poll. So, like, what age do we start acknowledging that this is like something that is okay and acceptable?
This is the idea there's an age for it is, I just think, like a misunderstanding of the problem.
Mhm. So what is the problem aside the fact that Republicans are bigots? I lost you, Rory. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
That's why. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. I accidentally muted you. I didn't mean
Like,
to.
the problem that they are presented with is the idea of kind of like trying to impart information about society to children effectively, and the reason that they don't want to understand what's going on is that they are only capable of recognizing anything beyond sort of straight cisgendered relationships through a sexual prism. Like the idea that like a lesbian couple could just live together like anybody else and that not be any more sexual than any straight relationship or whatever doesn't compute to them in their mind, because all they're thinking is, well, how does that work? But children don't have a fucking clue what is actually going on in the bedroom part of things. So what you're being asked to do is explain why when Timmy goes to the gates, there's two different men coming to pick him up at different times, and that's his dad and his dad, and that's like pretty normal, and there's nothing weird about that. That's just the way his family are, and you can explain that without explaining anything to do with his dad's butthole. Like that would be my.
Can
you?
you?
Yes.
I mean, I as Jim says, nuance is hard for Republicans.
If kids still believe in the stalk, you don't have to explain penises to them. That's my.
I don't know. I think you have to. I think you have to bring the ass in at some point. Just saying.
And it's the same with gender identity stuff as well. Like it just the bits of it that people are sort of opposed to in a don't tell children about it are bits that they're not even going to think of or find out about for until they're like 14, 15 anyway. So
there's this thing, Rory, on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on TikTok, because I watch TikTok because I'm a dork. There's this thing on TikTok where trending where I never had the sex talk, but this happened. So like I never had the sex talk, but my dad said this to me, type of thing, and most parents don't even have this discussion with their kids these days.
No, I don't think I ever had it.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
I didn't want it, so I worked it all out for myself.
I don't believe. I think my ex wife had it with our kid, but it was minimalist, if I can recall properly. But Floridans for Economic Advancement, a political action committee, said that it supports candidates from both major parties. Oh, one of those. The survey asked 701 likely Democratic primary voters about the language from the Parents' Rights Education Bill that was recently passed by the Republican-controlled legislature, and it is expected to be signed into law by Ron DeSantis. Should students in kindergarten through third grade be taught about sexual orientation in the classroom by their teachers? By a margin of 52 to 36, a majority of most politically active Democrats in Florida said definitely no, or somewhat no in response to that question.
But what is when they are asking this question, what is the class in school that they are envisioning this coming up in?
But that's the thing, they leave that out.
Yeah, because it's not because
That's not important.
If someone could present what would change in the curriculum to, like, it's nothing. The thing that changes is just the thing that you were doing is effectively just punishing the kid with gay parents.
Hold on. Okay, sorry about that.
That's all you're doing is you're creating a scenario where the kid with gay parents is a bit weird, and
Yeah.
if they're allowed to at any point, because kids and if the teacher is allowed to bring it up, then it will probably help. There's not some kind of class like today, kids, we're learning how to be gay. In the same way as when they teach religion in school, you learn about the traditions and the practices of religions. They don't say this is how to become Muslim. You must go here and do this. Like, it's no, you learn what days that they consider holy, what their practices. Like, it's different. It's the same principle. We're not trying, and they'd probably be opposed to that as well, to be fair. But you're not. There is no class today. We're learning about sodomy. This is what we're going to do in class today. We're going to,
watch a video about sodomy.
split into pairs, and we'll do some practical.
Yeah.
Like that's not what's happening. You just don't want to legally restrict a teacher from explaining things that are probably pertinent to approximately a couple of kids in every class.
Yeah. No, you make
probably more than that if you extend to like uncles and cousins and stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, not for nothing, Jim says they have some cases parents are unprepared or embarrassed to even talk about it. So there's that we need to remember. So it's like, on that note, prepared or embarrassed, Rory, thank you for coming on with me and getting everything to work with me, like being my guinea pig.
QA tester.
Yeah, you're my tester. So thank you for that. And next week is our last week together?
Yeah, probably for a bit.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. That's unfortunate.
We'll see what we can work out after that, but definitely the week after is going to be difficult.
Well, we'll see, and we can talk off air and go from there. But thank you for joining me.
That's all right.
You always make a great show happen, and I really appreciate it. So you have a great day and stay safe. Okay.
Okay. See you next week. Bye bye.
See you next week. Bye, Rory. So that was the amazing Rory Boyd. Sorry for the technical little faux pas. I'm trying to get everything worked out with the video and audio side. So like when guests come on, I can switch cameras and stuff because the weird little just picture thing is not right. So we need to have something there for people. So I love Rory. Rory is awesome. Rory's going to Japan. 1 week left with Rory, and then we figure out something else. So there's that. Remember, hashtag FYI Live to tweet me. You can always leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Go from there, and we can have a nice little talkie too. So Rory made some good points with the don't say gay. like he made some solid entries there. I think that this is just a way for Republicans to say, "Oh, we're doing something," when they actually continually do nothing. This is a base motivator. This is, you got to get out and vote for me because I'm protecting you from them their gaze. That's all this is. And then they can say in their narrative, look, even the Democrats agree with us. Even the Democratic Party people, they're for this. So why are you malcontents out there? Why are you against this? What's your problem, dog? Jim says, don't say gay is also about control. Absolutely. The Republicans love nothing more than to control people. Nothing more than to control people. And it's they're fascists. And this is why it needs to be stopped. This is why you need to go after the fascist bastards. You need to just do the right thing and make it so these people have nowhere to turn. And I think we can do that with this network. Because they are so willing to just go after them. Let's see. Interactive Poll says Florida Democrat primary poll. Chris Freed Tadeo. Chris has 43%. DeSantis. This should scare everybody. This number should scare everyone. $81.2 million cash on hand. I wish I had $81.2 million. What I could do with that. Hell, Chris only has $4.7 million. And that goes in the Florida market. That goes fast. So DeSantis is probably going to win. They're saying there's an 8-point difference between DeSantis and Chris. DeSantis 50% to Chris 41%. Jim says they think if no one talked about Republican, if no one talked about it and there was enough Republican Jesus, everything would be great. Now that's white Jesus, not Republican Jesus. Get it right. Get it right. It's white Jesus for the white folks. The whiteiest of white folks. So, these poll numbers are more reason. Yeah, let's just give DeSantis another win in Florida. Let's just hand it to him. That sounds like a good idea, right? Let's see what we can do for Ron DeSantis. Unflippin' believable. Unbelievable that we are at this point. So there's that. It's really mind-bogglingly frustrating that this is where we're at, and it annoys the crap out of me. I don't know about you. Excuse me. I don't know about you, but it annoys the crap out of me, and I'm just a little sick of it. So there's that. But we're gonna grow the network. We're gonna do some things. We're gonna get some things done, and everything's gonna be okay. We are going to make sure that we have the ability to fight this nonsense. So we're gonna do it. So we have some good news out there that I would like to talk about. Joe Biden might be sending some checks to everybody. Would you like a check? Would you like another stimmy? This is what I'm talking about. Send those checks out. That's what the government's for. Tax the rich. Spend their money, baby. Tax the rich and spend their money. This is from the New York Post, this article here. And we are talking about stimulus checks for high gas prices. So basically, they're saying, well, could it be a thing? Could we actually have a stimmy for a high gas price? Yes, indeed. We could have a stimulus check for high gas prices. That would be amazing. It would be wonderful. And a group of, oh my God, Democratic lawmakers are looking to ease the burden on American motorists who are saddled with higher gas prices by offering another round of stimulus checks. You stimulate the economy and you say Democrats doing this. 2 hits. Mike Thompson of California, John Larson of Connecticut, and Lauren Underwood of Illinois are co-sponsoring a bill that would authorize $100 monthly energy rebates for any month in the year where the national gas price exceeded $4 per gallon. The average national gas price recently was $4.24 a gallon. The Gas Rebate Act of 2022 would also offer the same monthly rebate for each dependent. I would do this. It's a good look. If you want to talk about moderate Democrat, like the Republicans, oh my God, their heads are freaking going crazy. The Republicans with this idea. This is the moderate lane. This is let's all be moderate about it, and let's all give them $100 a month rebate. You know what would be good? You know what would be you want to stimulate that economy? You want to get the jobs back, and you want to get people having a way up. You want to make people understand that the Democratic Party is working for the Democratic Party, and maybe get Andrew Yang back in the fold. $2,000 a month stimulus check. Paid for by Wall Street bonuses. That's right. The bonuses in Wall Street that are taxed at only 18% in New York should be taxed to be able to give every American $2,000 a month. Jim says we subsidize the oil companies, then they profit, then they raise prices artificially and take our own tax money and pay ourselves. Absolutely. When do the oil companies chip in? Sure, make them big oil tax. I don't care how you tax it, but the point is, poor people stimulus. Because when you call it a stimulus, it sounds better. So we're going to stimulate the economy. It's a good wording. So call it a stimulus. It's a way to stimulate the economy. It's not just a gift to the poor for being poor, because Lord knows they need it. And regardless if it is or not, I say give it to them. They should have it. But let's see. Let's actually see how this works, right? Let's get the Democratic Party to actually go after big oil, go after the other because they always say on the Republican side, well, you're giving away freebies. No, you're spending tax money. It's spending the tax money and governing is what it's doing. $100 a month. What is that going to do to fill up a tank at $4 or $5 a gallon? $100 a month for each dependent. They don't think about the cost. Like even the Democratic Party, even doing their bare minimum best. This is what makes me angry about the Democratic Party. Even the bare minimum best, they're saying $100 a month. What does $100 a month pay for in gas? Maybe if you're lucky, 2 fills of the tank. But if you're in California, maybe just 1 fill of the tank. So you make it high enough for people to be able to afford it. It's so easy to say, oh, we're going to subsidize the rich and the wealthiest. It's so easy to say that. It's so easy to be like, yeah, we're gonna subsidize them, and we're gonna make it so they have this yada 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 because they create things. What do they create? What do they create? A disaster for the world? They created an economic disaster every couple of years with a boom and a bust. What do they create? They create poverty. Jim says if we disguise the symptoms, we'll die of the disease. Exactly. This is like when you know something's wrong and you refuse to go to the doctor. The Democratic Party knows something's wrong. And the Democratic Party is going to see Dr. Oz. Right? They're doing the weakest thing. The weakest thing is to say, oh, we're going to give you $100 a month rebate for 2022. Will Joe Manchin support that? No. So it's not going to happen. Houston Cinema won't support it either. So if you're gonna do the bare minimum at the opening of the gate, why not at least do the maximum? It goes back to, and I've talked about this before on this show and on other shows and time again, that if you go to your parents for money, you go for the amount that you want. You don't go for the least amount. You don't go like for me. Okay, the business just got a business loan. We were asking for $5,000 with our shitty credit and with our just making about that a month in the business. We were asking for a $5,000 loan. They gave us $2,000. They said, we'll give you half, even though you're asking for this. So what I don't understand is why doesn't congressional Democratic people say, well, we be talked down to $100 a month. But we're starting at 2,000. Jim says oil companies are making historic windfall profits. Take the money from the stimmy checks directly from the Fed subsidies. Yeah, Jim, great idea. But there are ways you can do this, right? You can stimulate the economy. But the overall point is the Democrats in Congress do the bare minimum, and the Republicans and Joe Manchin are out there saying that's too much. They're going to say that's too much at the bare minimum. Go for the maximum punch. They're going to say, well, that's too much. We can't do that. That's I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can think of going to that amount. I don't know how you can do that. That's too much. All right. Let me play this the other way. Talk me down from the ledge. I want to get so much money, and I want to be able to do so much. You know, in negotiate, the whole thing about negotiation is you start from a high ground, and then you hit them and you hit them and you hit them until you get where the sweet spot that somebody will say yes to. It's just like this thing with Putin. Putin makes these outrageous demands that Zelensky is never going to say yes to, but Zelensky, being a good president, has said yes to some of the outrageous demands and said, well, now what? Now it's not the other guy to actually show if they're serious or if they were just talking trash. Jim says, Manchin can't imagine a world that doesn't burn stinky coal. That's absolutely true. These people are hogs at the trough. And they are just really killing us. It's fundamentally pathetic that this is where we're at. It's fundamentally pathetic. So Woke Talk Radio will be at 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Coming at you. We'll be live today at 3 o'clock and then live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy it. Yeah, so there's that. It'll definitely be interesting. And we'll have a gay old time. We're not done. I'm not done. We've still got 10 minutes left of this really great show. I wish I was more like Tara Devlin or Robin Kincaid, where I was better at long form ranting. I could only do a rant for so long, and then I'm like hit a brick wall, and that's a thing I'm working on. But it is what it is. So there's that. I think overall that things will be good for us. I think that overall, in the long run, we will do well with this show, with this network. Some bumps and bruises along the way, but that happens to the best of us. And we just move on. We carry on. We strive on. It is what it is. We have some real. I'm lucky to have some real loyal bunch of folks. And I couldn't be happier with that. And you know, that makes me want to do this more on a daily basis. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom is doing the right thing. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it when the governors come out and, you know, they're not signing shit like Don't Say Gay and are actually signing and prepping for actual things that can make a difference in people's lives. I love this. This is thinking. This is a democratic initiative, man. This is a STEMI. This is exactly what I am talking about when I say this is what we should go for. California Governor Gavin Newsom is to give up to $800 debit cards to all Golden State drivers as gas hits $5.88 a gallon. Inflation. No, that's bullshit. No. Car owners would get $400 debit cards for up to 2 vehicles for a total of $800. For those without cars, the state would pay for bus and train fare for 3 months. The average price of gas is $5.82 a gallon on Wednesday. And thankfully, the Democratic state don't want to suspend the gas tax. I don't ever suspend don't suspend the gas tax. No, don't suspend it. Don't. Jim says longer rants don't necessarily have more quality. That's true. Although sometimes it's a good old-fashioned just barnbuster of rant. And Tara and Robin just do them so well. They're always fun to listen to. You know, the proposal was revealed Wednesday by Gavin Newsom as gas prices have continued to soar. The direct relief will address the issue that we are struggling to address, and that the issue of gas prices. California leading the nation. You know what would be what would be a great proposal? And you could do this instantly, because there are companies that already do this. Every American every person in America, let's phrase it better, gets sent a debit card by the government. It can be a virtual debit card, or it can be an actual plastic debit card like the one I have here, like this one. It could be like this, or it could be every American gets a USPS debit card. United States Postal Service debit card. If they go into any post office, they could load money on it. They could have transactions done for them, pay bills, blah, 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 blah. And it will count as, it would have your picture on it. And it would count as an ID. Oh my God, Tom, you're talking about national ID. Yeah, I am. And everybody would carry it. Everybody would hop on the chance to carry a debit card where you could, when the government decides, give you money as a stimulus. They will just, here's your money, here's your taxes, here's this, no more of this, oh, I got to put in my bank numbers, any of this. No, you get a government issued, government stamped Visa, MasterCard, debit card, doesn't matter which one it is. And it's issued by the U.S. Post Office. And the government put stimulus on it. And it would be interlinked with the states. So states did separate stimulus programs, or cities. It would be all connected. Imagine that. Imagine living in a great society where you had a banking system that could be easily done in a few clicks. Easily done without any issues. Every person in America, you set foot in America, we hand you a card. That's how it happens. First, you get a virtual card, then you get a real card. And the virtual card can work on your phone. And everybody has a cell phone these days. You don't have to have a big paper trail. You don't have to have a lot of records. No. And don't tell me, oh, Tom, big government is going to spy on your purchases. Big government already knows how you shop. The government can spy on you already. Tom, you're giving away my freedom when you do this, when you say this. I'm enhancing your freedom. Every American gets a checking account through a debit card. This is the way to go. Talk more later. Tell me what you think. #ItBrianLive. Bye for now. See you later.